Hi, I'm Brigitte Chapman, Director of Alumni Relations for the Governor's School for Science and Math, and I'm here with President Ershela Sims. President Sims, can you tell us a little bit about your background and what led you to GSSM?
Sure. My background is in biomedical engineering, so I'm a trained biomedical engineer. Both my undergraduate and graduate degrees are in biomedical engineering. As a little girl, I was just fascinated by the human body and found out about the field of biomedical engineering and went into it. And then I did a variety of different things with my career before I got into K-12 academia. I started off my career as a software development engineer and did that for 5 years, and then went into research. I did some functional MRI research studying changes in the brain associated with anxiety and depression. And then I decided I wanted to teach at a university, so I went back and did a postdoc and did research on osteoarthritis of the knee at the K-Lab at Duke University. And while I was finishing up my postdoc, I started looking for faculty positions, and this job came across our postdoc society email listserv, and it was for an engineering instructor at the North Carolina School for Science and Mathematics. And I didn't know a lot about the school. I had some undergraduate friends who had gone there, but I didn't know a lot about it. So I asked my postdoc advisor, and he told me, it's a great school. I should check it out. It's in the university system. So I interviewed, and I ended up being offered a position to teach an engineering course part-time and develop they had an applied science program at the time and developed their engineering program. So I did that, and I worked there for several years until fall of 2016. I was working with a colleague who's actually an alum of GSSM, Dr. Jamie Lathan. He was Dean of Distance Education there, and he told me about a position for a VP of the Accelerated Engineering Program at GSSM. And I applied for it, ended up getting the position, and started in 2017. And from there, just ended up here, yes.
So what is happening on campus now that makes this an exciting time for you to be leading GSSM?
We are in our implementation phase of our strategic plan that was started 3 years ago. So it's really exciting looking at some of the initiatives that are coming out of it, global initiatives. The students are getting some increased global opportunities from that. We're looking at some other things through strategic planning. We've also got a lot of new exciting programs. We've got a GSSM elementary bus that the Byerly Foundation gave us a generous grant to be able to start that. So the bus has officially started going out. It was at the Pecan Festival recently and had our first class school visits in Darlington County last week. We also have we're looking at the curriculum for the residential program, and with the virtual program, we're continuing to grow that. We've got 2 virtual engineering programs now. One that is more of you do your first year of college while you're in high school, and the second one is you're prepared to study engineering in high school. So with all things going on between the residential, virtual, and the outreach programs, I feel there's just a really good time.
Great. And what are your goals and or priorities for GSSM for this year and your vision for the future?
Sure. Whenever the board appointed me to this interim position, I thought about what things needed to occur in order to take GSSM to that next level, because we've had a successful 30 years. Now we're in our 31st year. And so I wanted to look at things. So I came up with 3 key objectives. The first being enhanced communications, both internal and external. We don't want to be the best kept secret. We want people to know about our school and, us being the top STEM school in the state. Also, just with internal communications, transparency, and I just feel like having good communication is always best, and it kind of sets the tone for everything else. A second was working as a team. So that meant working across departments and divisions, working together within a division, faculty and staff, interfacing with the students. So just overall having that teamwork environment. And the first 2 kind of set us up for the third, which is having creating an environment of success for both the students as well as the faculty and staff. So those are kind of my 3 key objectives.
Wonderful, thank you. Finally, do you have a message to share with GSSM alumni?
Sure. One of the things I really liked when I was at the North Carolina school was getting the opportunity to work with the alumni, and on a variety of things. I had alumni who volunteered to teach classes in my department, which I thought was amazing. I had an alum that donated funds for a fabrication lab. and I got to work, closely with him on committees and different things like that, having alumni come and speak on career nights and different programs like that. Right now, with the Virtual Outreach Advisory Board, I have the opportunity to work with Dr. Lee Tupper. So he's an alum that's on that board. So I'm looking forward to being able to work more with the alumni more closely.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Sims, for taking the time to talk with me and talk with our alums, and I look forward to sharing your message.
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad that you invited me to do that. And I just want to say to the alumni, I look forward to being able to serve as your interim president over the next year, and I look forward to having the opportunity to work with you. Thank you.